your sperm has over 40 vitamins, minerals, proteins in it.
40.
So when you release it, you're actually depleting yourself of a lot of essential vitamins, minerals.
Dude, I've been on at least 20 days no fap.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's good.
I've been getting nuts off and, in the female world.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. But
Yeah, I feel better about it.
yeah.
Scandalous shit too, dog. Oh my god.
Oh,
I'm what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, so in terms of the visuals, what?
In terms of the visuals, what, man?
Why do you feel like it's best for us not to have visuals right now? What concluded you to that?
So the conclusion that I've gotten is that we have to provide a podcast, right, for the people. We got to provide a podcast for our people. And if we are struggling to get proper recording devices at any given moment, then we have to make with what we have. And that's audio. We'll have audio forever. And at the end of the day, it's a fucking podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We're making it for the motherfucker working at a fucking random restaurant with a strange boss and shit like that.
Yeah.
Random coworkers in the back doing dish.
Mm-hmm. Or like at the gym or something.
Or at the gym for whatever fucking weird reason. You wouldn't listen to us while you're working out.
I listen to podcasts when I work out sometimes.
Can't do it.
Why?
Can't, man. It's got to be like Jocko's like greatest fucking podcast moments.
Yeah.
For me to want to do it.
I get it makes sense.
If
I
you're
am a
just
little
trying to-
weird.
But it's for the people who want to pass the time, and I get it. The visuals are cool. It also is a pain in the ass. Not necessarily a pain in the ass, but it's just also it's extra data that I am looking forward to getting. However, we have to earn it.
Okay.
We
I like
have
that.
to.
I like that.
We have to. Otherwise, we could make with what we got. But at the end of the day, are we gonna be that dope if we don't go out and invest? You know what I
Right.
mean? Are we gonna actually make something of this shit if we don't carry ourselves like we have an invested interest? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, all of that to say, we gotta be consistent with this shit, and the pod's gonna grow the better.
Right.
You
the
know,
more,
the actual pod is, because otherwise, I mean, it's no fucking spectacle in here. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's not like it really,
That's true.
But once we get the camera, and we get a fucking person who can record, because it's dope when it's like a person grabbing each, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
John bailed out on us, not necessarily, but like he just,
Yeah.
he's doing other things,
Mm-hmm.
and he wasn't a suburban minority, so
That's
that's
true.
no shade at him, but that's just like the fucking protocol, and I think that is probably what led to the
Yeah.
John once said that he hated the sun, so that's all I'm saying, and
Yeah.
I'd say it to him.
Yeah.
We already fought before.
Yeah, you guys did fight. that was unnecessary. But
It's no smoke at him, man. He helped us a lot.
yeah, man, he did definitely
But it's
help
just
us
it's
get our
just the
foot.
facts of the matter. And one thing
Yeah,
that I
and-
realize is just the facts of the fucking matter.
And I mean, people who I notice in life as we're getting older and progressing, people are starting to, and the more I'm becoming, or we're becoming more aware of shit, and whether that's spiritually or just mentally or whatever, a lot of people, including family and friends, I've noticed in my life, are starting to get weeded out. And I feel like it's because of that, of what path you decide to go on and how you want to elevate. A lot of people, you start to realize they're just not a part of that path, and that there's nothing wrong with that. It's just,
Yeah.
sometimes you.
But wouldn't you say like it causes at times it could like cause a disruption in morality, where you're like That bums me out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it starts to make a lot of
It's
sense.
therapeutic. It's like a massage, because like a
It makes a lot of
massage could
sense.
like
It's something
hurt.
that's super necessary too. I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh, dude, I've recently unfollowed a shit ton of people from high school that I'm not necessarily friends with anymore,
yeah,
or really new to begin with.
makes sense.
You know, like you don't share my music.
Yeah,
So, I mean, and that's a lot of fucking people. I put out the absolute best content that any of these motherfuckers ever known in their life. They just, and you know what I mean? It could be,
it blows my mind.
it is what the fuck it is at the end of the day. But
You know what it is, and we talked about this before. It's people are afraid to do it, and when they see someone else do it, they're either envious or they don't want to show that they're appreciative because they wish it was them that was able to do
Yeah.
that. And yeah, man, once you let go of that shit, and you know, because it is vulnerable, and you're putting yourself out on the internet, which is forever to be ridiculed and criticized, and people are terrified of doing that, and they see other people doing that, and it's actually good. They feel some type of way about themselves, and they don't want to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They want you to stop. So whether that's not supporting you, or trying to ignore you or pretend like they don't see it, that's a form of them like, hey, you need to stop because I can't do that.
Yeah, and
Or
I
I'm
mean
too
that's
scared
all I
to do
take it
it.
at now, dude. And another thing I realized, like, I would actually, it would actually make sense. I don't have enough data for their opinion of that negativity to even be validated. And I
Yeah.
mean that by saying my shit does not get enough actual play initially to even reason with somebody's fucking opinion, like, oh, it's just not good. How? I can't believe that, because
Yeah.
I know that this shit is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I can't believe that, because that's not the truth. And I also can't believe it because I literally am not seeing enough physical clicks on this. But I know in time that is going to change. The more consistent that I become, the more consistent that we become with this here, the more we are going to see that outside of this little hometown that we got, man, the world is so much bigger, and it's fucking crazy. Bro, it is nuts out there, man. Like, it is nuts. Like, and just like the whole scheme of this shit, we have a luxury of living in this country where we are free, and we are constantly being reminded of our minute differences that don't mean much at all. Dude, in Cuba, there's no there's no racism at all.
I believe that.
There's no racism. I asked the black Cubans there, is there racism? Everybody's equal. That's what they say. Everybody's equal. In my American mind, I'm like, nah, there's something about it that, like, nah.
There's got to be like a
There's got to
or-
be something
yeah.
here. Nope. The white people are just as broke as the black people. The black people are just as much a part of the fucking states and government shit.
That's probably what it is too. Is it's more classism than racism. I feel like, and it just so happens that either black people are associated with being low income or poverty, and white people are, or whatever, is associated with being. So it just, like, it's an entitlement thing too, where I'm better than you because of this. But if everyone is at a level playing field and everyone's broke or everyone's rich, no one cares about that. You know what I mean? We're all in the same boat.
Exactly.
But here, you know, there's different values.
We
and
have
shit.
too many luxuries, so we have to start to find problems in things that shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, people are bored and they need conflict, or they feel like they need conflict or something exciting.
They had slavery in Cuba too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They
That's
did.
how African people got there.
Right.
There's not like a lingering effect of it. It's like, yeah, that shit happened, and they actually fly the Spanish flag.
Yeah.
You know, like, strange. I didn't know Spain had beaches. They got beaches.
Spain?
Spain got beaches, man.
As in,
Like,
in Europe?
like tropical beaches. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now it's 65 degrees out there and sunny. I'm about to go out there.
You can't go out to
I'm
Spain.
about to go out to Spain.
When?
Like Saturday.
Are you serious?
I'm serious, bro.
For how long?
Like 5 days.
Damn, dude. How cheap are these tickets?
They're not cheap. This one's getting sponsored.
Oh,
The other
okay.
one was myself, but this one in particular is getting sponsored.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm more or less
Traveling's
like
good.
I'm more or less like a bodyguard and a translator.
Oh yeah. Did you have to speak Spanish on
It's
Cuba?
the only thing I could speak out there, man. They don't speak English out there, man. Like
So was that difficult, or are you pretty fluent?
it caused difficulties. There was points in there where I was just like, I started speaking English to motherfuckers. I was just like,
Did they understand you at least?
that was like towards the end of my trip when I started to really want to go home. I was homesick a little bit, but for most part, when I started off, I would like let people know, like offer it. My Spanish is bad. You need to use other words. So like I would. The thing that I learned was how to like ask people to say shit differently. Like you need to use other words. I
Yeah.
don't understand. Say that slower.
Mhm.
And then I know enough elementary school Spanish
Yeah.
to get my way through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
got myself into finding some weed out there.
Really?
So I'm walking. I just went to go pick up some water. Fucking dude was like, "Yo, you want some Coke?" I was like, "No." He was like, "You want some weed?" I'm like, "Yes." So fucking got this weed, dude. This weed was garbage, dog.
It was ass.
It looked like tobacco.
Probably was.
It looked like brown grass. Like somebody just grabbed grass,
Did you get high off it?
threw it in the oven. This man rolled it up in a business card.
What?
He rolled it up in a business card, dude. We smoked it. I was like,
You smoked actual paper?
yeah, dude. It was. I was just like, fuck it, man. Maybe it works out here. I don't know. I was just like trying to psych myself into it, because I'm already $10 in. I'm in a random house in Cuba.
Yeah. Jesus
Like-
Christ.
Like I don't know what the fuck's about to happen. Let me just smoke this shit. So I smoke it. Absolutely nothing happened. The next day I woke up with a fucking cold. I was like, dude, what the fuck am I doing? Spent
Oh,
$10 on that shit, man.
How was your cannabis business?
It's just going, man. It's healthy. I bought some cannabis there.
Okay.
Mm.
How'd you do that?
I fucking just put that shit proper. You know, that's all. Anybody who's hearing this, you know, you just don't be too scared of you know that
TSA.
yeah, because like they're probably smoking on their lunch break. They're
I
like,
think they gotta get drug tested.
I don't think so, dude.
Okay.
I don't think so, man. Not at O'Hare.
No?
O'Hare, they don't get drug tested, dude. I don't know if they do, but I know they don't give a fuck that I'm fucking bringing in, you know, some medicine. At the end of the day, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not bringing in no real drugs. I'm bringing in
Yeah.
some fucking grass. If you want to prosecute me, then go ahead and ask the prosecutor.
As a prosecutor.
Ask the prosecutor.
But shit, man. Legal weed next month.
Yes, dude. I'm excited for that shit. I'm actually about to apply to one of the dispensaries right here.
What do you mean apply? Like work there?
Yeah,
That'd be good.
that would be good. That would be nice. But no, man, fucking you wear a pair of Jordans out there, they fucking
You're Michael Jackson.
might as well be.
Shit. So what if you saved up?
Prostitutes.
Say instead of putting a down payment on a house, let's just say $60,000, and you moved to Cuba, would you be able to live there the rest of your life?
I
You-
don't know, man. I wouldn't mind it. I
I'm
would
not saying
mind
do it. I'm saying like could you? You probably could, right?
They don't
You
let
bought a
they don't let U.S. citizens buy shit like that.
so you can't buy a crib out there.
You
Just
have to
chill.
like be cool with somebody or be a resident, and I think how you become a resident is to have a baby.
So get a Cuban bitch pregnant.
Yeah,
You're in there.
yeah.
Live off the land. I feel like you can get by with no money. If you just bought a crib and
Yeah,
you just
dude.
had no more money, you'd get by. Like you'd somehow get through it.
Dude, I was floating like on nothing out there, dude. Like,
That's dope, man. That's cool.
yeah, it was, man. It was a good experience. Like, it was nice being alone. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Once you get a dose of that shit, have you ever been anywhere like alone for a long time, man? Like a couple of days.
One time I locked myself into the laundry room in my apartment complex, but that was like 5 hours. I was like 8 years old. It's random as hell.
Fuck, man. No, I mean that's the last time you were alone, dude. That's the last time you were alone.
No,
You can't
no,
really
I'm
do
kidding.
much about
But
that.
no, like for real, just left alone. Nah, I can't really remember.
And it's a liberating experience,
days.
Odell Andrews. That's what I'm trying to fucking tell you, man.
Yeah.
You gotta fucking do it. I'm thinking about saving up money and moving the fuck out of here, man. I want to move out of this area. Dude, you gotta come, come with me, man, because I need a friend while I'm out there so we could both fucking mesh in the fucking in a new state with proper weather, dude.
How about
Move your fucking girlfriend out there too. Just save up, have her save up. We get a house, we split it 3 ways.
How about we?
Does she work at a major chain? Does she work at like somewhere that's like they got other ones in different states?
Yeah, well,
Dude,
yeah.
tell her to transfer.
She's a dog groomer.
You
so.
transfer through Mattress Firm. I'm gonna transfer through the corner bakery.
Fuck.
And we're just gonna live out there, bro. We'll live in a nice fucking warm area in California. We all three put up $800. We can afford nice rent with $2,400. And if we work our asses off with the pay adjustment too, we get paid $16 an hour. We'll be able to afford $1,000 a piece.
Yeah, for rent.
That's $3,000. We could afford a nice ass house. You guys are living sweet. I'm in the basement.
I mean, dude, I hear you. But here's the thing too. I feel like I would love to do that, but I want to get shit up and running here first. I feel like
on a career level.
Yeah, if that makes sense.
But don't we want the podcast to be our career?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, just hone in.
Oh, do you know how many people you meet in these places just because you have to go outside? It's just because you have to go outside, you're just going to meet people. And if you put yourself in an artistic, creative environment, you're going to meet even more people. You may meet people who just stare at you and just say hello. You may get stabbed as well. But that's the risk you run going to these densely populated areas, bro. We have so many haters in this fucking area, dude.
But
fuck them, first of all, because we're still doing our fucking shit. But I'm saying it's going to be a new batch of haters. But at least we'll be able to be like, yo, we're the fuck up out of that little ass, ugly ass, colonialized ass town. Man, no fucking black people would set up shop in this fucking town.
Why not?
You know how cold it is right now? Like, what the fuck? Like, this was obviously...
Chicago is 30 minutes away from here.
That's Chicago, a result of fucking... That is the result of slavery.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? It is incompatible with a fucking... With the body...
I see. Okay, I see what you're saying.
You would die being here. Like, this is not comfortable. It's not comfortable, you know what I mean?
You know what's funny? I told my mom the other day, like fuck, why'd you guys decide to move to Chicago? Like, it's so trash weather-wise. But I mean, I am grateful and glad for what I have.
I'm grateful too, bro, but now it's time to be like proactive in making shit even better. I don't know. I do know this, that it's cold as fuck outside.
Hey, I've been sitting in the sauna for 45 minutes to 50 minutes.
Dude,
and that's been helping.
The sauna hasn't even been working, bro. I've been going to Lifetime. The sauna doesn't even do it, bro.
Have you been
wake up in the morning and it looks like it is still 7 p.m.
Here's a thing, too. I've also been taking honey. A tablespoon of honey every morning, and it has increased my energy immensely. I'm not even like joking, because I can't take coffee. I'm not doing the artificial monster bullshit.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that religiously, and it is, man, that makes my morning. I look forward to my mornings because of that. I'm like, damn, I'm about to get my fucking tablespoon of raw organic honey, and it's only $4 at Fruitful Yield for some organic raw fucking honeycomb honey. Man, this shit's amazing.
Yeah.
And have you been taking vitamin D supplements?
And you don't even take pills.
Yeah, they're the drops. The drops actually your body absorbs it a lot more than pills. You know this.
What about it when you forget? Then you just don't got vitamin D.
You won't forget. You won't forget because you'll be like, man, I feel kind of shitty. It's cold outside. Did I take it? No.
Bro, I'm telling you, I was removed from thought. I was just in a whole different zone. And that's not to say that there wasn't moments of like uncomfortableness.
Yeah.
Because I was like, okay, well, I do miss the luxuries, but 80% of it was, man, this is fucking eye-opening. The other 20% was like, I want to go home.
Yeah.
I need that luxury again.
Here's a different way to look at it. Why don't you look at the situation here as motivation to being able to do whatever you want on your own time, and then you would be able to, you know what I mean, move how you want, go where you want, when you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just use that as extra motivation. I'm gonna go hard here, do this shit, knock this shit out, put myself in a situation where I can, you know what I mean? If I want to go to Cuba for a month, I can do that. If I want to go to LA for a week, I can do that. If I want to go to Spain, you know what I mean? Just fucking use that hatred for the cold and your environment as I'm gonna hone in on this shit and get this shit done. Now I can move on my own time.
I hear you. But here's the thing, dude. I can do all that shit somewhere where it's nice out.
Yeah, I mean, but
I
you
can
don't
do that
have
same thing where there's somewhere where it's nice out.
Okay, yeah, but you don't have. I mean, I don't know if your family support. You got good family here. You know what I mean?
No,
You're-
100%.
You know where shit's at. It's whether you like it or not. It technically it's home. You know what I mean? It's you mean you feel homesick. It's because this is home. Like you want to come here. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I feel like, man, just
But
finish it here. Set yourself up from here. But dude, I completely understand what you mean though. Like I know exactly how you're feeling.
But here's the thing, man. It's going to be equally as difficult to get myself up and going here than it would be. It is going to be the equivalent. Because if I want to, like, okay, I want to own my shit, obviously I'm going to have to save up before anything, right?
Right.
But I would have to save up for anything here. And I'm not going to want to move fucking here.
But you got family here. And you know where
That's
shit
fine.
You know how shit works out
But
here.
I even have a bone to pick with that shit too, dude. Like, everybody was happy when I came back, but it was still like awkward. Like, we're just a weird family. You know what I mean?
Every family is weird though.
And I'm not saying that it's like a detrimental, like a bad thing. We
Yeah.
have our good moments, but then like it is immediate. Like my mom, after we all had like a real heartfelt conversation about the appreciation of one another, my mom threw water in my sister's face, just like, because they were like talking shit to each other over a table.
Oh.
And I'm over here like on 38 hours of sleep, like you fuckers, like you guys are so full of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just like. Yeah, I love the fuck out of all of you unconditionally, but like, come out to my house then, or like come get a fucking Airbnb next to my Airbnb, and we'll hang out in California together and take pictures. But right now, when I go outside, my body hurts.
Yeah. I mean, at least you're aware now, and you can do some things to help.
Cause dude, at the end of the fucking day, I mean, you're right, man. There just has to be more hustle and shit. That's all.
Because I know what you mean, but I feel like leaving or going somewhere else makes me feel like
You're
I'm
avoiding
running.
something?
Yeah, like I'm trying to leave something. Where it's like if I'm here and I don't like the where I'm at or the position I'm at, I'm just gonna go even harder and then change it, fix it. Because I feel like if I'm running, that means like I'm running from. I'm trying to avoid something that needs to be done.
I'm running from, and that's from being comfortable.
You gotta be comfortable being uncomfortable.
That's what I'm saying. So like now is the time for me to like get the fuck out of the fact of me being pampered, and I gotta get out in this fucking. I gotta get in the field, man. I have to fucking get hit in the face by life. Everybody, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like, say you wanted to box.
Everyone has a plan till they get punched in the face. Mike Tyson.
Yes. And if you've never been punched, like, it's like somebody who's, like, never been punched in the face. Like,
Especially by Mike Tyson.
Right, no, yeah, right, and then, like, they were, like, fucking people up for a minute. Raising through the fucking ranks, right? Just like, but they've been fighting. Terrible competition. And then you get in there with Mike Tyson, try to do that same fucking role that you use on the past 14 fighters. And then you get hit by Mike Tyson, and now you got to reevaluate your life.
Yeah.
And then you start looking into things like painting that are a lot less intrusive on your skull, and you start making a living off of painting. But you would have never knew that you could make that living unless you got hit by Mike Tyson.
Okay, yeah.
I'm trying to get punched. And I got punched. I was in the fight, right? And I got scraped, and I was like, dude, this shit is bringing out a side of me that I did not know existed. I'm in fucking Cuba trying to avoid parasites in the meat. I'm trying to avoid worms while I'm eating.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Drinking bottled water.
I didn't even think about that.
And I'm like, in the midst of all of that shit, like, this is cool. Like, I feel doper walking around knowing that, like, I'm here by myself. I'm here, and there is a side of me that is being pushed that I'm not comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
And it is forcing me to adapt and be stronger and to counteract and succeed. Randomly, like, got pulled into a church out there by some music.
Yeah.
And then an old man was like, come inside. Fucking dope ass songs. I'm not saying that Cuba is the place, but somewhere warm is. Because I'm still an American at the end of the day.
Yeah. So, I mean, I kind of look at it like Brother Plight, for example. Grew up in New York. He didn't actually leave until he was kind of solidified. And then that's when he moved to, like, wherever he lives now, whether Beverly Hills or whatever. But when I, like, look at his old videos, he was setting up shop and he was doing his thing out in New York, which is arguably just as bad as Chicago weather-wise. And I feel like that's a good example because you change the situation you're in where it started. And then once you do that, you can go change it somewhere else. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but then, I mean, I could counteract that and say, well, J. Cole was in North Carolina, shit wasn't working, moved to New York and got things working. Kid Cudi, the same thing. I'm also, you know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah, and that's also
and I'm not,
music too.
I'm not doing
but
this
you don't
out
think
of,
with
I'm not doing this out of a need of like, oh, I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna choose like I'm here's the art stuff, like fuck all that.
you just
It is
want
cold
more,
out here, man.
you just want
That's
the more.
all I'm saying. I don't want to be nowhere where it hurts for me to go outside. It doesn't make sense. I was listening to the RZA on fucking Joe Rogan's podcast. He said when he bit into he realized that he was gonna be a vegetarian when he bit into a chicken wing and his bone like chipped the bone, like his teeth chipped the bone.
Yeah.
He was like, dead bird. I'm going outside, I'm realizing no life. Like if I'm out there for an hour, I'm going to die. Or at least 2. It's not even wait till it's January.
wait till it's -15.
It's 29 outside, dude. Like it is not viable. You know what I mean? Like you get so much sun, bro. I did not want to eat because I was just in the sun. I was outside.
Yeah.
I was getting sunlight.
You're sun gazing.
Yes, 100%. And fucking, I wasn't hungry for nothing. I maybe wanted like a little cake. They got little cakes out there.
Shit. Yeah. But I mean, all I can do is give you, I mean, the advice that I've been, and trust me, dude, I love the sun just as much as you do.
I know, bro. That's why I'm telling you, out of all people.
But there's ways to work around it. That's for sure. You've been doing it for 21 years so far.
And that's been 21 years too long, bro.
Yeah. Honey in the morning, vitamin D, sauna.
We're still not fapping, man. Like, that's like one thing that you know for sure.
No fap.
We may have been gone for fucking several months making fucking bangers, but we're still holding it down. Now, I had some moments where, you know, I didn't recoup, so therefore I relapsed.
Yeah.
But shit is up to speed. While I was out there, wasn't no fapping.
Yeah, that's good.
You know what I mean? Not gonna fap under, you know, a roof
Where
that ain't
you stayed
mine.
at a hotel?
I stayed in an apartment.
Just like someone's apartment.
Yeah.
Was it an Airbnb?
Yeah. We could live off of Airbnb, but I don't want to spread that too much. Cause you know when we talk about things like they happen in like the grand scheme.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
between you and me, dude, and whoever listens to this shit, you can make a life out of Airbnb. You get a job set up in your area. They got month stays. You could be in West Hollywood for $700. You could have a whole room to yourself
Sounds like a good deal.
for a month. And you just get a job out there. It's America, dude. We got identification, bro. We're citizens in this bitch. We can work wherever the fuck we want to work.
Yeah.
And they pay more out there too. So the adjustment is not even that bad. I'm probably gonna go back to Oakland. When I think about it long term, I'm probably gonna go back to Oakland.
Why?
$16.10 minimum wage.
Okay.
And they're always
What's the cost
hiring.
of living?
Huh?
What's the cost of living though?
I get like a room for like $1,000.
Just one room? One room?
One room. But I get access to the kitchen, the washer.
Man, dude, trust me, I hear you. But
Or maybe
The
Southern
only thing-
California because it's nicer than Oakland.
yeah, the only thing, there's two dilemmas for me personally. One is family. Recently, I'm not gonna get into it, but literally 2 days ago, got into a huge discussion with my family regarding other family members, and it got kind of heated. I feel like I can't leave. I would not be able to leave anytime soon. Two, I don't know. Something is telling me like I gotta make shit happen here before I even think about going somewhere else. Like it just something just feels unfinished or something that needs to
Yeah.
be done. Now I have no problem, obviously, taking a vacation or going out. That'd probably actually be beneficial. If
Bro, I was thinking
plan
while I
to
was
do
out there,
that.
I was like, OD needs to go to Jamaica.
Jamaica,
Jamaica.
so do the same thing you did, but just go to Jamaica.
Exactly. They
But-
speak English out there. That's the only reason why. You would blend in Cuba, no problem. You just have to like dye your hair like blonde or some shit.
But
Wear skinny pants. I see some dudes taking a picture with a girl. They were laying on the ground. They were laying on the ground while the girl was standing up, dude. No, man, like they were laying on the ground like
and the girl took a picture.
the girl is the stand, and they were just laying like this. It was like two grown men just laying on the ground, and somebody was taking the picture. It was so fucking weird. They don't give a fuck about shit like that out there. And that's the life I want to live, where people just don't care.
Yeah.
But no, man, I feel you. I mean, yeah, family. It will make you want to stay.
And I do
But
kind
then
of.
when you're chilling here, like, you're like,
Yeah.
why are we arguing if we love each other so damn much?
Yeah, man. You start to outgrow people. When you get older, you start to realize a whole bunch of fuck shit that was going on when you were younger.
I'm glad
You did not pay attention to, and motherfuckers act like when you get older, you will not remember nothing that happened when you were little. Like, This shit's crazy.
Yeah.
But
That's the worst part. I apologize to my my cousin, because when we were kids, he was talking shit to me one time, and he said something about my dad, and I was like, "Well, shit, go tell your dad not to drop the soap," because he was in jail.
damn.
So, as a kid, I rationalized it. I was like, that is what it is. He attacked me.
Yeah.
We got
Yeah.
into a fight,
Damn.
and that was pretty much that, man. And just recently, I had seen him not too long ago. I apologized to him. I was like, dude, I'm sorry about that when we were kids. Just because I needed to get that off my conscience. Because I'm just like how you said, motherfuckers act like they're gonna forget. We remember that shit.
Yeah.
We're still just kids. Like we're
Right.
just like we thought adulthood was like some sort of transformation into a new skeleton.
Bro,
We're just fucking kids, bro.
man, I feel like sometimes I think my my way of thinking is it's not as adult as it probably should be. But then I talk to other adults and they seem a little bit more immature in some parts of their life than I am.
Exactly.
I'm like, dude, you're 32 years old. What are you talking about?
Yes.
But I also think, void memes are funny and, shit like that.
But that's fine.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong.
Their deficits being like a whole different world of like fucked upness.
Yeah.
Like that's okay that we like void memes. Like
I
if you can't laugh at a void meme, what the fuck is wrong with you?
You know the go stupid, go crazy, that one?
Yeah.
I was just playing it randomly at work and my manager was like, he's like, what is that, a llama? He was like dying laughing. I'm like, no, it's a black man who's on crack. It was just funny because I didn't show him. I was just like, I'm not gonna show you because you're gonna lose your mind if
What is that, a llama?
if you witness what I'm watching. Man, it's funny showing memes and much thanks to grown adults who have to pay rent and
Your
what they
boss is
think
like an
about
old
it.
India guy, right?
Yeah.
While I was by myself out there, I was thinking like Indians and Asian people always walk with their hands behind their back.
They always just walk, period. Like, they'll just be outside walking.
Yeah,
Just walking.
but when they walk, they usually got their hands behind their back,
Yeah.
and that's really good for your spine. So I was doing that shit a lot.
It's also good spiritually because you're, more receptive to...
Yeah, it's opening up your chest. It's forcing your shoulders to be relaxed and back.
Yes.
Which is one of Jordan Peterson's rules for, or steps for, like, the rules of life shit that he has.
Yeah. At work, I've been decompressing my spine on the mattresses.
Oh shit, dude, you got one of those?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, I want to get a teeter. That's what I'm gonna get. The next thing I get, I'm gonna get a teeter. Fuck, dude, I fucked my credit up. I jammed that shit up. Okay, if I buy it, I gotta buy it cash, dude.
Yeah, man. Build your credit.
Fuck. I gotta, I'm paying it off right now. They got me. They fucking got me.
Shit, man. Where are we at on time?
Man, we got hella time, man. I'm trying to pod, dog. There's been a lot of shit that we haven't covered in in a long span of shit.
Then let's get to it.
How do you feel about T.I. Verifying his daughter's hymen? Personally, how you feel? Odell Andrews III.
Oh, man. I do think it's definitely weird. See, I wanna give a great opinion on it, but man, what you do with your kids is, it doesn't bother me too much. He's as long as you're not, fondling with them or doing something extremely crazy. But he just, I don't know, he just wants to check his daughter's hymen and make sure she's not having sex, which is kind of weird because I don't know. But there's parents who do stranger shit, that goes overlooked.
Hell yeah. Hey, no, my fucking uncle was dating this white woman, and like as a discipline, she poured water on him and then made him stand outside naked while it was in the winter.
Now that's torture.
Yeah.
Why was she? That was her spouse.
She did that to her son.
Oh, I thought you meant like your uncle. She was doing that to your uncle.
No, my uncle was
Yeah, yeah.
Knocking her up and shit like that. But like she had other kids.
Damn,
She
man.
had other kids. Yeah.
That's worse than a whooping. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
People forget that, you know, the older generation used to get hit with extension cords and things like
I
that.
feel like that was actually kind of better than that. You know, I'd rather get my ass like whooped with a jump rope.
Yeah, then to get the mob used to do that. Used to like put you in a deep freezer and throw water on you, make you freeze faster.
But yeah, man, Ti.
Ti, how do you feel, man?
I think it's gross. I just before then,
I check
I was
behind
talking to somebody, and she was like, "Ti is so smart." And I was like, "He just knows big words." Then literally like the next day,
I'm glad you said that.
then the next the next day, this shit came out, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not fucking surprised."
Dude, and I'm glad you said that too, because I rewatched the Revolt Summit with Killer Mike and Ti
I'm
and
glad
that
you
whole panel.
rewatched that shit.
And I was thinking, not only was I'm gonna say Killer Mike and what's her name, the black conservative girl,
Candace Owens.
Candace Owens. I feel like those were the only two rational people on the panel that was actually talking.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, Ti was kind of pandering to like the audience, and I feel like certain people just feel like, I don't know, man. Like Ti is one of those people who they're just using their celebrity and black influence, I guess, and just saying big words and regurgitated shit that other people have said, and it's, I don't know, it's just, it doesn't make sense to me that he has gotten this far. He's not saying anything like that hasn't been said already, or
Hasn't been lamented on for fucking generations.
and then I don't know, he's just pandering to the audience, it feels like, and you're not saying anything. You just it's like, black people, we don't like the police. It's like, okay, cool. Like, what else?
Yeah.
Do you have any reasonable, plausible, like,
Explanation now how we could move forward around the zoning information about gerrymandering and
or some realistic shit that we can, you know, take action to and
like
or look into that's going on, other than black people dying on the street every day? I'm from the ghetto, and Donald Trump doesn't like immigrants. Yeah, a round of applause. Like, okay, man. Like, what? How? I don't know. Everyone's saying that. My little brother's saying that.
yeah.
Can we hear some reasonable shit, man?
Yeah.
Like, fuck. Candace Owens, I feel like, was winning their argument,
Yeah.
but
I
the
agree.
crowd would say otherwise, and I wonder why that is. People want their egos stroked. They want to, especially black people. And I'm not saying that you should not be proud, because you absolutely should, of your ancestry, but that only gets you so far. Because, okay, cool, we came from kings and queens, yeah, we get our culture
The
bitten
kingdom
from,
of Nigeria.
right, and we get our culture bitten from and all types of stuff. But just hearing that is not good enough. Like, what can we actually do physically to make shit better? Stop stroking our ego, saying we die, we get killed. Like, I don't understand how that's something to applaud. You know what I mean? Like, someone saying that, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
what can we do to fix this, instead of you just saying that it's happening?
Assuming the role of the victim, while there may not be exact or direct repercussions on a daily basis from you. I mean, I'm sure I don't walk around with dark skin, so I don't know what the fuck it's like in that perspective.
Yeah.
So I can't really speak on that. But what I can speak on is a mentality that is shared, that I witness, that I see can use some improvements. And somebody like T.I., who is able to articulate himself so well, to have the influence that he has, to be in that stage right there,
Yeah.
to not speak on something like, here's what we can do, instead of continuing to throw lighting fluid on an already touchy issue. He's just trying to
Right.
get that emotion out of it, instead of like, here's some tools and school of thought. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't even know who would. I mean, Killer Mike is a good person for that, because he has explanations on like, here's why we kind of fell out the system, or fell out of the competition, the race, because in high school, back in the 60s and 70s, they would teach black men skills to use to generate a sense of financial security for themselves.
Right.
Then they stopped doing that. Then they introduced crack. Then
Yes.
everything fell.
Yep.
That's the problem. Here's what we need to do. Let's
Exactly.
implement this. Go
Yeah.
get a skill. Blah, blah, blah. T.I.'s just up there like,
We dying.
yeah. Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Yes.
we are.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. But also, fucking
Donald
a
Trump
bunch
is
of
racist.
yes, and a bunch of people are walking into Walmart, fucking Mexican, white, Asian, black,
Yeah.
getting fucking murdered.
Right.
There's obviously an issue with the police shit, but
We can't let that. It's overlapping other shit that needs to be done.
exactly. And the way that we get away from those police interactions is to promote fucking skills, right?
Yes.
Because
yes.
if we fucking have, if you just become an electrician, you're going to be less likely to be sitting on your ass. You're just going to be like, I got to go get some
Right.
money.
There's a demand for that.
Yes, you know
Or
what I
like
mean?
yeah. Absolutely. Rather than being, all right, my skills are I could do just general labor, I guess, if I have the option to. But if you create a skill or learn a skill, now you even set yourself up way higher than everyone else and shit.
So
like that.
Killer Mike was talking about the potential prosperity of it all with giving you like real live facts on
Right.
how and why the shit is the way that it is. And here's a solution. Here's why
Exactly.
there's problems here. Here's why there's a lack of funding. Let's get some shit together.
Yeah.
T.I. was just like, he was just fucking upset.
Yeah, man,
So,
it's ridiculous. So yeah, like the Hyman shit, I'm not surprised. Man. I mean,
yeah.
it is what it is. He does that to his daughter. I mean, he's just getting her checked up, see if she's having sex. Okay.
What difference would it make, though?
Yeah, I mean, like, but at the same time, like, oh, fucking, I mean, there's other shit we could be worried about. Why are there 1.1 million tweets about T.I. and his daughter's hymen? Who gives a fuck?
Maybe I don't
cares?
have it. Yeah, it's because I don't have a daughter. I don't understand. But, dude, I already
She gonna
know
fuck
if I have a daughter,
regardless.
she's gonna be, like, probably fucking.
Okay.
She's probably gonna be fucking, dude. Like, and that's fine. You know, just do it at least, like 16, 15. I don't care when you do it. Whenever you wanna, you know. As long as you're just not like a child, you know?
Yeah, man. If they want to, they're gonna find a way regardless.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, we did it.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
Were we judging ourselves? Probably a little, right?
Yeah.
Like, probably. I mean, man, I don't even know if I can't even get into it. I'll bring that topic up on a later date.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I had to text this person because
Dude, the
I'm
most
podcasting.
respectful thing you could do, man.
I'm just letting them know I'm podcasting.
Yeah, dude.
You know.
I don't give a flying shit. I don't give a flying bat shit, man. But
Look,
if you liked our album that we put out, make sure you share it and put it a part of your playlist. And if
Absolutely.
you didn't like it, I mean, probably a bitch.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's more than likely it.
Could
Obi,
we-
how was your experience making music, man?
Man, 2019, I would say, was one of the best years of my life. And I would say, one, because I got to do an album, something I'd never done before. Got to create something dope, podcast, something I've never done before.
Hell yeah.
Finished school. Like I did man, I feel like I did so much shit. Got an internship, just like experience. Man, what else? Fucking man, I just feel like I set myself up in a good track. Discovered a lot of shit. Yeah, I remember like you put me on like the whole like Santeria, like religion shit. That led me into like some other stuff. Got way more into myself spiritually. Realized a bunch of shit. Man. Yeah, with that being said, man, the album was a blessing, and
Yeah.
I thank you. I can't thank you enough for, allowing that to happen, because if it wasn't for you, that shit would never happen. So
Yeah, no, man. I mean, not to, because I've
was
realized
dope.
I'm awkward with taking compliments, but I do thank you as well, because like if it wasn't for you, none of those songs would have been what they were. You were fucking
Yeah.
essentially an executive producer. But no, man. I mean, that's that's what I like to do, is to collab like with people
Yeah.
and make music with them. Like I feel like for me that's like communication. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, let's make a song. So the fact that you fucking, you know what I mean, you did your thing too, man. Like for someone who doesn't rap and then just was like, I'm about to do a song, like,
Yeah.
and then it was just fucking dope, man. And then yeah, I think the music is perfect. We took our time with it too,
Yeah.
and then it came out exactly how it needed to. Like it was perfect.
Yeah.
The cover of it is dope. The whole thing just personifies like what this whole year has been. You
Yeah,
know?
man. That's a good point.
Yeah. Make it like one of those projects that are just like a staple and like, cause dude, that's like we don't realize it, man, but that shit lasts forever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that, it's music. It lasts, like
Right.
it will stick around. Like it's just not like yeah, we went to the bar and then we fucking, you know, if that's what you want to do, that's how you have fun with your friends. That's just not how I have fun with mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, let's
absolutely.
create some shit that lasts on this fucking planet.
Man.
That when they look back at my life and they're perusing my fucking internet browser history, they can see that I did something worth fucking while with my time.
Yeah.
Creative.
Absolutely.
You know? So, that's the fucking beauty in that shit, man. I got to try to get some fucking records out in Cuba. That shit was hard as shit.
I seen that you like shot of like got some shots for.
Yeah, dude, I got a
Chiquita.
fucking video. I did a video out there.
Did you use your phone or?
No.
Oh,
No, dude, this dude had an actual camera, man.
damn.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So you got like different shots, or was that was
Yeah,
just a
no, dude, you got to see it. I'm going to show you.
Did you get like the whole video, like all the shots?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, like the whole video was shot too, and that's
That's
dope.
cool.
That's dope as shit. But yeah, dude, that was that shit. It was cool as fuck how it all happened. I fucking like knocked on the door, and his mom answered, and she was into Santeria too. Like she was wearing all white.
Mm-hmm.
She was like this black lady, this like real big black lady. She was real cool. She was like, "What? like what do you want?" Like I'm knocking on her door. I'm like, "The video." She was like, "Sit down." Like the people out there, like they're not like
Straightforward.
They're real straightforward. It's not like, "Oh, may you please sit down."
Yeah.
It's like just sit down. You know what I mean? And it's not rude. It's just like how it is. Her fucking son comes out. He's dressed in all white and shit like that. And fucking, I look over there like it's hanging. They got my fucking what I got tattooed on my chest, hanging on their wall.
Damn, really?
Yeah. So I'm just like, okay, like this is
You're on the right path.
I'm like, this is what's meant to be.
Yeah.
Fucking told the dude, we started talking. I was like, yo, I need you to film some shit. He was like, all right. He showed me his videos, showed him rapping, and he like, you know, he knew what he was doing. He had a dope camera. Then I gave him $10. I was like, I'm gonna be back on Monday. Came back on Monday, shot the shit. He had one of his friends come, this girl, just like come in the video and shit, and
Wow. So
Yeah.
she was in the video?
yeah.
Damn, she bad?
She's okay. She's cute, like nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing happened though, bro. I was on straight, like I was on my Tim Tebow out there, bro.
Yeah.
I was on my Tim Tebow
Man.
because yeah, man, I just was like spiritually like zoned in,
Yeah.
no nuts. That was my November. You know?
Yeah,
but I came
you're right
back
there.
immediately, just like
Blast it off.
yeah, dude. There was a plan B involved.
Yeah. That'll happen, man.
Yeah.
Dude, and I also, man, last month was the month where, like, I already
What,
was
November?
looking into, yeah,
Okay.
looking into, like, numerology and shit like that, and I told you about, like, seeing 555 and, like, all these numbers that show up, and it show up for a reason. Even when that was happening, like, before, there was still a part of my brain that was, like, okay, it kind of could be like a coincidence and shit, but dude, there's no way. Like this is a random time, but I was at work and like the repeating numbers and shit, like I'm still seeing them all the time, but I was seeing them, and right when I had that thought, I'm like, man, it's probably like a coincidence, blah blah blah. Went into the bathroom, peed. Randomly looked to my left, and on the first aid kit I literally was looking at the first aid kit. There's no reason for 222 to be on the first aid kit, but it was just randomly. I looked at it. I was like, well, I'm trying to figure out like, okay, this could be like the serial number, blah blah blah. But like, I don't know. I was looking everywhere. I'm like, there's
Damn,
no
dude.
reason why there is 222 on this
Fuck.
fucking first aid kit in the bathroom right before I had this thought, or right after I had this thought. And I just looked to my left. Boom, it's right there. And I was like, man, this shit is this is for real. This is not a joke. And man,
Fuck,
I've been
man.
taking my I've been taking my life so serious after that. Like, man, I gotta pay attention to like what's going on.
Yeah,
Man, it all means something.
it does, dude. It really does, and I mean, yeah, no, I mean,
And it's crazy, man. Like this that shit. It's weird. It's scary. It's crazy, all at once.
it makes me feel okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a. It's like a feeling of I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, or someone's watching me, or I don't know. But man, anyone who's ever thought about, I don't know if you're atheist, but man, that shit is 100% real. All the spiritual shit.
I was with my ex-girlfriend yesterday, and she told me that she's reading this book where they say that 7,000 people meditated at the same time together, and crime in the planet started to. It went down the next day.
Mhm.
People like, or every statistic was just better the next day across the planet
Yeah.
in total, just because 7,000 people meditated together. So, I think it just goes to speak on like, you know, that invisible fucking
Mhm.
mold and connection that we all have to each other. Because
Yeah.
if we do practice the idea of nature,
Yeah.
you already know what that is.
Yeah.
And if you're a listener and you don't know what that is, that's when you put your beliefs and your God system and your understanding through your ancestors, and they
Mhm.
are considered like the highest of yourself.
They're your connection to what's greater than.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Through them and their wisdom.
Right.
If we believe and understand that, then it's easy for us to agree on that we're all connected to each other because everybody's somewhat related somewhere down the fucking line. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
Like somewhere there's got to be some sort of relation.
Yeah, man, this shit is. It's like amazing. It's the only word I could think of it. It's just.
And we don't
it's
got
crazy.
much time here, bro.
We don't, but we do.
We have a lot, but we don't have much.
And another thing, when I brought up like my screen time and shit, you start to realize how much shit is distracting and how much time you're wasting. Like, I did a little thing too. Like, I told myself I'm not gonna bring my phone when I go take a shit or when I go in the shower or whatever, and then I started realizing like, damn, I wonder how much time I'm wasting just scrolling through my phone, just sitting on the toilet. Like I could be studying, I could be going over shit, go over notes, thinking of like new ideas to be like creative or like the podcast or whatever it is. And
Yeah.
man, we waste a lot of time, especially. Um, man,
People
these
our
things
age.
they're a blessing and they're a curse. Like you got to know how to use this shit. Like
A
there's so much
mobile-
information on your.
A mobile device, right?
Yeah.
And to split people apart is to be divisive.
Okay, so like the terminology.
Bro, I thought about that shit today. I could not wait to say it on the podcast.
Damn, man.
To be divisive is to split people apart, and we all have a mobile device.
Shit. We're disconnected to like the.
And what does it do? Divide us.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got their opinion. You don't even got to be next to somebody to be divided from them. Well, I mean that would make division, but that's like a whole. I mean, like
Yeah.
a mental division between
Yeah.
somebody, because you could mentally be in sync with somebody and not be near them.
Man, that's another thing. You guys gotta start look, or you gotta look into the terminology of shit, like the words. Like there's messages in the fucking words too. Even with like the Bible and shit, when he's talking about like, um, I can't. I don't know exactly what it says, but it was saying something of using the sun for knowledge or whatever, but the Bible was talking about the son as in Jesus, use him as like, but really it's kind of like use the son, like the son for
Yeah,
knowledge, not the son. You know what I mean? Not
yeah,
Jesus, but
yeah,
they hide the truth in another form.
yeah,
So like they're telling you the truth, but they're wording it where you're looking elsewhere when
yeah.
really
It's almost like they were drunk
that's the
and
son.
they were writing it. And our audio cut it out, but we were saying that it's almost like the people who were writing the Bible were in a completely higher state, or writing any of those, those books that are very highly regarded. They were just in a way different space of consciousness, and then they just worded it all to be blanketed in some sort of story that they wanted to.
Yeah, and also like the burning bush in the Bible looks exactly like the pineal gland, and that's where I don't know the people in the stories, but I just know that that was another source of information in the Bible in some story, and it literally resembles exactly what your pineal gland in your brain looks like, the burning bush, the bush that was on fire, and man, it's like another metaphor of activating that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I always heard that the burning bush represented marijuana.
It could be that too.
Yeah.
Maybe marijuana is, you know, what I mean, your pineal gland on fire too. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel my fucking pineal gland when I get high.
I guess I remember like the one time we were in on Venice Beach and we were like at least I was like stupid high, and I was watching myself from the sky. I think I told you guys this. I was like I had a bird's eye view of myself,
Damn.
like walking in Venice Beach, and it was so weird.
But were you also able to see?
What do you mean?
Like, see, like, where you were going?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, right? That's the beauty of it. That's the cool part.
I was like, dude, I'm looking at myself through the sky.
Were you scared?
Like in that moment?
Yeah.
No.
No,
really,
right? Yeah, because it's just
yeah.
it's like a comforting thing.
It's weird. It's like you just understand.
Yeah.
It's like
I know what you mean.
yeah.
It's also just like you get a sense of it's almost like there's like camera angles around yourself that you're not even aware of.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
It's like we get high like outside of our body. That's crazy, dude.
Or maybe we get put, since we're in like in a vulnerable place spiritually, we get put in like a position of someone else who's like watching us or who's in control.
Ooh, yeah. Do you
It's
think
like-
when you die it's like a whole nother world that we're able to get into?
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense right now. You can't even if you try your hardest to even make it make sense, it won't. I feel like that's
like
how
that-
complex it is.
The place?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. That's what people for thousands of years ago used to think about and probably be like perplexed about. Like what the fuck is death like? Like you would think by like 2020 motherfuckers would be having an answer for what happens after death. But
It's like we're getting further from the answers. Actually, they're trying. I mean, with science, they're trying to get rid of that.
death?
Yeah, it's like, what do you mean death? Like death is, like it's nothing.
No.
They try to diminish your.
What
existence.
I've realized about science is that it can explain how things are, but it can't explain why. It can explain your body down
or
to
what they are.
huh?
Or like. No, I'm gonna let you go. Continue.
What science does, what I've realized it does, it explains how things are.
Yeah.
Like it can explain your body down to a cellular level, down to a molecular level, but it can't explain why the fuck you're here
Yeah.
or why you have an eye. All it can do is explain. So I fuck with science because it explains the how, but the why is so dope because it goes on forever.
Yeah.
And that's why creative minds and like minds more geared towards that type of way of thinking are often in conflict of being around each other.
Psh, man,
For most part, at least in my biased opinion.
just gotta work both sides of your brain.
But I fuck with science.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Miss Brazeau?
She was bad.
Yeah.
She was short back then, so she must be like super short now. She must be like 5'1". Yeah, no, she was bad.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how she's doing.
What if she had a picture of our graduating class just on her desk?
That'd be weird. Would you bring it up? She's like, why do you have our graduating class?
She had my picture cut out.
Well, then, yeah, then that's, you gotta take advantage of that.
It was cut out, like, it was shot out with a gun.
Oh, damn.
It's like
Oh, I thought you meant like cut out, like she just cut yours out and just had like your
no,
picture.
it was the whole class, but minus my picture.
Like she shot it out. She like
She had pictures of her doing it.
she like held the picture out like smiling with it.
On the picture of it, like it was a picture of her holding the other picture.
Yeah. Fuck.
She was like, science. It went on for forever. You couldn't even see what the fuck the picture was. It was just like a frame inside of a frame inside of a frame.
You want to get into my the flat Earth bag? All right, say less. So, man, okay, my issue with gravity, right? Now I'm not saying the Earth is flat, but one late night, I was watching Eddie Bravo conspiracies. That was just one of my suggestions on YouTube, and I clicked on it.
Now that's a slippery slope already. Let me just stop you in your tracks.
Let me just
Eddie Bravo conspiracies
let me just see.
are borderline schizophrenic. Proceed, man.
Okay, yeah, but he said, and
It's
it made
the
me
pillows.
think.
You gotta look into it.
It made me think. Gravity, right? So you're taught that the same object, if I grabbed a bowling ball and like that wet floor sign and I dropped it at the same time, they're both going to hit the floor the same time, right? Like if you just dropped them. That's like we were taught in school, right? It's because gravity's pulling them down at the same rate.
I don't believe that.
Well, I mean, that's literally what's been taught. You can look it up on your phone.
I remember what's been taught, but I never thought it made sense.
Okay.
I think on a real small scale, the times are probably microseconds that we are not able to articulate different. But once shit starts getting way bigger, like the size of the Grand Canyon, shit starts moving a little bit different. But that's
anyway,
just me.
but yeah, but
because
that's like
we don't even have enough height to really drop the shit from a place that we can metaphorically drop it from. We're essentially dropping it from nowhere. Dropping it off of the fucking balcony in Conant High School.
So, but the only thing that makes shit different is if it's less dense than air. That's like, and if that's true, which it is, and like if I dropped a feather in a fucking bowling ball, the feather's gonna float. It's because it's way less dense.
Yeah.
So then that doesn't even make fucking sense how gravity's pulling shit at the exact same equation as it would something else. If that's the case, the feather should be fucking flying down, hitting the floor, not the bowling ball. If if it's pulling it, say I'm grabbing this at the same strength.
But
And then I grab the phone at the same strength. I'm whipping the phone, but I can't whip this fucking pillow because it's heavier. You know what I mean? So how does that even make sense? And how does it make sense that if everything's getting pulled at the exact same equation, why is the building stagnant on Earth, but a butterfly is flying?
because a butterfly has a surface.
It's just less dense than the air. That's all it is. It's not gravity that's allowing the building to stay there.
Aerodynamic oxygen is also being, and you got the air. I don't know how to answer what you're saying, but I know what you're saying. I feel what you're saying, but I think there's also, I don't know if that
A helium balloon, the reason why it flies up is because it's
lighter than air.
right. It's not getting pulled down with the same equation. Why is that? If the gravitational pull is that strong, why is the balloon flying there?
I'm not a scientist.
I'm just
I don't know,
I'm
dude.
just putting
But
these
I
out
mean,
there.
I think because there's oxygen, right? That shit's real light. It can play a factor on things that are a specific type of aerodynamic, depending on the aerodynamics of a certain thing.
The answer is it's less dense than air, and if it's heavier than air, it's gonna fall down. And
Okay.
depending on how dense it is, it's just gonna fall a little bit faster, or a little bit
Okay, so
slower.
say a fucking okay, we got a rock. Boom. A lot less dense than air, right? Cool. We got my fucking jacket. We drop that off a building, it's gonna take a ride in the oxygen. If we remove the oxygen, I think everything would be falling at the same rate. But because this is the only planet with oxygen, we can't really evaluate that shit on other planets with the same.
You're also not allowed to go to Antarctica. You're not allowed to explore it, which blows my mind that humans have created boundaries in which other humans cannot explore. Why me being a human? It's my fucking birthright to go wherever I want on the planet if I'm able to do so. How come I one day I decide, hey, I want to go to Antarctica, and I get there, the fucking U.S. Fucking Marines and shit are there telling me I can't go in there. Like what type of shit is this? Why can't I? This is Earth. Like, we're operating on Earth. I can walk here if I want to. Why can't I go the whole fucking continent of Antarctica and I can't go past a certain part? Like what are you guys hiding behind that? That makes no sense. It's not like it's someone's house. No one's living there. All it is penguins and shit, right? Supposedly. Why
Santa
can't I?
Claus.
Now, if the Earth is flat, like what the earthers are saying, that's supposedly supposed to be the ice wall. If it's not the ice wall, then it's supposed to lead into some other dimensional shit. That's like what they say, or whatnot, or like you hit the firmament. Okay, that's cool. Now, if you want, it can easily be debunked if scientists or whatever. If you just allow people to go there, but they're not allowing people to go past that point, because how it works is, this is the Earth, right? We're like kind of like in a dish, I guess you could say, right?
Mm.
And then the Arctic surrounds it. It's like an ice wall, encompassing all the water, right? And then the fucking continent, like North America, you know what I mean? Like, it's all within that.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go there, supposedly you either keep going, you enter like another dimension, or like you hit like the firmament, which is like supposedly what, and you know what I mean, what we're fucking stuck in.
I see
But
what you're saying.
they're not allowing us to explore it for whatever fucking reason. And when you look at movies like Alien or Star Wars or shit, there's always some like freezing cold like area that the setting is in for some reason. And it's always at a
Because
point.
that's what we have on Earth, man.
But you can't. They're not allowing us to go past. Like, you can't go. Why can't you do it? What are you hiding there? Like, why can't you explore it?
Because what if they started doing nuclear testing at the Antarctic and started flooding the waters? And
Why would they do that when? Yeah, I mean, I guess if you want to fuck over, people create like global warming or something. But
I would want to get a helicopter
we
and
need
try
to
to fly
explore
over
it.
it. We
Yeah.
definitely do.
It needs to be explored.
I want to.
You'll get shot.
It's not saying that like I don't believe you, but then think about time zones. Explain time zones then. If we're flat, how do time zones work?
What do you mean? The sun and the moon are in different spots of the world. So the sun. I mean, like the fucking like. Okay, so how it works is the moon or whatever. It's night here. It's day here. They're saying like the sun is not millions of miles. It's actually like right fucking here. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So the sun and the moon can be at opposite parts of the planet, and that's how you can have time zone. It could be dark here, it could still be day here. That still works. You know what I mean? But
So explain to me, if I were to FaceTime you and you were in China,
correct.
it would be nighttime.
Right. The sun's not over there.
Why wouldn't that just further confirm the copious amount of evidence that shows that the Earth is round? Such as photographs, visuals.
Photographs are all fake though.
There's some of them are video too. Some of them is actual NASA footage where you could just see like the curvature of the Earth.
Here's the thing. I'm not saying it's not round. I'm saying that there's something that needs to be explored.
I think it's fucking. I think it's round.
I think there's something that's missing.
Of course.
Something that's not explained.
We gotta get over racism in this country.
Warner von Braun, the dude who founded NASA, on his gravestone, he put the Psalm. It's Psalms something, some verse, and in that verse, it's God mentioning, talking about the firmament, about how Earth is, basically explaining how the Earth is shaped, and what it is.
What if he did that to troll people for the rest of his life? He was just like, ah.
Or psychology says that people are honest, very at the highest honesty possible on their deathbed. They want to leave. They always want to leave some baggage that they got going on too.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, if you were to die right now, what are you leaving on your what are you throwing on the deathbed right now? Do it live on the pod.
just do it on the pod and
Do
have
it
to
on the
live.
pod, man.
Honestly, don't know. I don't know.
Deathbed pod.
The deathbed confession.
Just kidding, man. We ain't gotta do none of that.
I honestly don't even know what I would say. I guess I would have to be dying for me to even know what I would say.
Yeah. I just give people my passwords for stuff.
Okay.
Like here's my musical vault of unfinished songs. Figure out the ones that I like. Better do me some justice.
Shit.
Am I too young to write a will?
Yeah, man. What the fuck? I don't think you should ever write a will. No matter how old you are.
Alrighty. Reality has been unveiled. Do we have anything else, man? Any other current topics we want to pod about? We might as well put out 6 hours of fucking content.
Daylight, this album is so fucking good.
I like the Daylight album.
Heroes.
Heroes is good. I didn't like the Ichiban Dan. I didn't feel like listening to
Really?
him. He was cool. He could rap. Shit was fire. I just was just like, I don't feel like listening to it.
The first 3 songs are impeccable.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the first 4, counting the intro. Man,
I liked Daylight's Jesus is King.
Jesus King was dope too.
Yeah.
Very dope.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we're talking about music. The only people I've been listening to also within like the past month is Kanye West's Jesus is King, Daylight's Jesus is King.
Same.
What else? Your Music, Our Music.
Yeah.
And that's literally it. Those are the only people I've been listening to for like a month straight.
I've been
which is crazy.
I threw Afro Man in my playlist. He's got some songs called off his album The N Word, and it just talks about the N Word.
Yeah.
And like how stupid it is that we use that shit.
Yeah, man. I've been trying to swear a little bit less too.
Yeah.
I like that fucking statue. That's cool.
Yeah, man. Got that shit in Cuba.
That's dope. Black Panther.
Mm-hmm. I got my
Drake is also a piece of shit.
Drake's a piece of shit?
Yeah.
What'd he do?
I listened to Daylight's Light Skin, and I like really listened to it.
Yeah, no, he killed X.
Man.
What's even worse, you know who came and tried to murk that boy? Oh, I'm talking too much. Trail it, I'm walking too much.
And the year he died, the summer he died, when he put out Scorpion, Mob Ties. I fuck with the mob. I got ties. What else did he say?
He said like blatant shit.
Yeah.
Like triple X and some shit. I forgot.
It's too late for all that lovey-dovey shit. I'm your brother shit. Man, that would be trash if this is true.
No, I don't know. I don't know why he would. But then again, you never know. There's not much of a point of it. Drake also said while we were not potting that
He lied about his dad.
he lied about his dad and stuff. Or something like that along the line.
Bro,
But-
that shit is That's so whack.
Yeah, man.
That's
But like,
crazy.
even when my parents divorced, like my dad moved out, I could never say that he wasn't there for me. But I could say like, oh, he moved out. But I was like fucking 12.
My dad moved out.
I seen him. He lived down the street. Like he was not far. He used to
Yeah.
pick me up from school. Like, okay. Now was Drake hyping up one of those stories? Was his dad not actually around?
He had blackface.
Daylight said that he seen his dad, and his dad was like, Daylight said he tried to congratulate his dad. He's like, I'm proud of you for coming back into your son's life. He was like, the fuck are you talking about?
Man.
He got booed. Drake got booed off stage.
Yep. Why though?
Tyler the Creator crowd. Tyler the Creator crowd. That sounds like a fucking.
Sound like a house song.
Yeah, right.
80s Chicago.
House music. House music. House music is the shit, dude.
Yeah.
And sometimes why I owe you. Sometimes
Let's go on the automatic.
You look so fine.
Kanye is good at making house music, like intermingling it with like modern hip hop. But
I fuck with Kanye's sampling style, man.
yeah, he's one of the goats when it comes to that.
Yeah. Kanye's got one of the best rap voices. We don't give him credit for that, but like his voice sounds cool. Ha!
I want to meet Kanye one day, and I want to like grab him by his shirt and like hold him up aggressively just to see what he would do.
He'd probably try to fight the fuck out of you. I feel
You
like
think
Kanye
so?
got hands, dude.
If I just like, I just grabbed his shirt.
He's kind of like a massive person. Like not like a big person, but like he's
Yeah, I
got,
know what you mean.
like he's got mass. You know, like you're not just gonna push Kanye around and he's gonna be okay with it. You know,
I'll play it off like an accident though. I'll be like, oh shit, my bad.
or just act like it's not even like a big deal to you.
Yeah, just be like, oh, my bad.
You ever had people like that, like who get like too close and like maybe like hey, and they like grab your shit, they like grab your shirt,
I guess.
like when you were a kid, like somebody just gets too close to you and like grab.
and you do that?
No, like say like we were playing like football, and they like take the game too serious and pull on your shirt.
Oh, that's annoying.
Or just that person who's like way too touchy feely. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think Kanye West wouldn't really agree with that. I feel like he's too agitated already by his own thoughts. He would just be like, man, I'm gonna fucking.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He could probably just like be like, don't hurt me. He's like, I got kids. He tried to sell his wife. All right, man. What the fuck are we talking about, dude? Is there any other current events that you know of?
Nah. I kind of have an idea how we can visualize this podcast.
How?
Make like a cartoon. Then just put it on loop.
Oh. I know what you mean. I was fucking thinking of putting the picture of the couch on fire with us in there, and then just like having that.
You know, it'd be dope if we had that, but the couch was like burning, like it was like animated,
like
it was
a
burning.
GIF.
Yeah. Not even that. Like it's a picture, but the only thing that's moving is the fire.
couch. Fuck. How do we do that, dude? We gotta look up how to do it.
I feel like all you have to do is create like fire or flames and just put it on top of the fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like illustrate it on top of the fire.
Okay.
of the existing picture.
Should we just do it like shitty? And just like make it look halfway believable?
Yeah.
Because I'm
yeah.
trying to hurry up and just put the shit out because I want to make the pod as seamless as possible to where it's like record, upload, and on to the next pod. Like I don't want to wait days on pods.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I just want them to like cooked and served. Because at the end of the day, we just got to keep talking about shit that's happening.
Also, would be a cool idea too. This might be doing too much if we did like if you're at a campfire, it's like you can hear the fire just a little bit in the background. We just had that, so it's like we're talking with that couch on fire. It's like it's like the crackling fire.
Yeah.
Like
That'd be funny as fuck, dude.
dude, yeah, that'd be hard actually.
It's like one of those loops that have like a lot of different sounds on it. So at some point you hear like wood snapping due to the fire and shit. Like
that'd be fire.
That's
We're
dope. Retarded, dude.
That'd be dope. That'd be
man.
different too. I want to do it now.
Fuck.
We can do it. That's easy. That takes like 5 minutes.
Fucking campfire, fucking podcast. That'd be funny. So I don't give a flying shit, but I think that we're all potted out. We should pod multiple times a week, man. I say like twice a week.
Twice a week. Do you want them to be long like this, or do you want them to be shorter?
I mean, for now, I don't personally, I don't give a fuck, man. I think.
Yeah, I feel like people would be way more inclined to listen to it a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
This is like 4 hours.
Who gives a fuck, man?
Yeah, no, it needed to,
like,
it needed to
like
happen.
when I'm dead,
it needed to happen.
like these words were still said.
That rhymed.
You know?
Yeah.
So therefore, why not put them out if I intended to do it?
Yeah.
We didn't say no bullshit. And if they fuck with us, they fuck with us. If they don't listen to it, dude, here's the thing, man. In like 60 years, like some random kid, like one random kid from like Minnesota could be really trying to like do some shit with his shit. And he just stumbles upon and is listening to this part right here. And we're over here telling him about our ideas and things like that because it's just being cemented in our history. Think about how many conversations motherfuckers are having that are just aimless, and pointless, and fucking stupid. And they say the same old shit and they're not even challenging each other. And they're just fucking not going nowhere with their conversations.
Yeah.
Saying all those words for nothing. We're putting our shit out because we're fucking thinking about things and expressing what the fuck it's like to be a 21-year-old male or 22 for your fucking self in this fucking weird ass country that you can't take pride in, especially when you're fucking black or any other sort of fucking Hispanic or some other shit like that where you're marginalized. It's hard as fuck to take pride in this country. We're fucking spoiled at the same exact time. So the shit that we complain about is very changeable, and that's the part that pisses us off the most. And that's why we're fucking running our mouths, trying to find some opportunity with our opinions and our fucking self. But more so than anything, document our fucking thoughts. So maybe one day we could look back and listen to them and get our shit together.
Yeah, man.
And we're pretty fucking, I mean, I feel like in time we're just going to get more and more better with fucking potting. And things are just going to get funnier. But
yes, sir.
Right now, man, I mean, we got dope visuals. We're just going to have to hold them over until we're actually about stacking up that money to get a camera. So if we want a camera, we got to stack up money and we got to get a fucking camera. We're not going to borrow shit from nobody because that's not what we're doing. Granted, we have before. It helped. But at the same time, there's a certain level of integrity when you get the shit yourself.
Right. Well said.
All right, man, I'm fucking done with this pod. How long is this? It doesn't matter. Thank you for listening if you listened. Love you.